Hey everyone, today is December 2nd and it's beta day for the 0.119 release. All right, guys, little interruption here. I just found out that Home Assistant is releasing beta 1.0. Does this mean that Home Assistant is releasing 1.0 finally at the end of the year? I don't know. I don't know. I will probably find out at the conference, but it is currently labeled as 1.0. 1.0, guys. It's happening. This will be the last release of the year, and it's going to have a lot. Believe me. I am going to go over just a few of the things, of the smaller things today in the front end changes, because I'm going to leave most of it to the Home Assistant conference that's happening December 13th at 10 a.m. PST or 7 p.m. CET, which is Central European Time. I will go ahead and leave a link in the description below, but make sure you pick up your ticket and attend because there's a lot going to be going on in that conference. The keynotes are going to be phenomenal, and the sessions and the tracks in between are also going to be packed with great information. But let's get into it.
Come to my cloud, 'cause I am not coming down.
Hey everyone, so let's go into the changes. The first one that we're going to look into is the grid card. So the grid card was added last release, but now a feature that was added, should have been added before, but is just now being added in this release, is going to be, you're going to be able to set the columns in the YAML, still in the YAML, but you're still going to be able to use the visual editor. So for example, if I edit this grid card I have here, you can see that I have columns enabled and set, but I'm still able to use the visual editor. You'll notice in 0.118 that this is not possible. You will, if you supply columns, you do have to use the YAML code for everything. So this is a big improvement. Glad we were able to get this in here. The next one is the background of the card preview is now the same as the background of your view. So if you have, a black background or a white background or whatever, it won't be the same color as the card anymore. It will now kind of show you how it's going to be laid on the background of your view. All right, so next we have is in the bottom right-hand corner, there is a add card button. In previous releases, this was a different color. The color was the secondary color or the accent color. Now it has been changed to be the primary color. If you're running Home Assistant that is straight out of the box, it'll be blue instead of orange. So for this next one, we're going to be jumping over into the configuration section. We're going to be going into the entities area. So this is just going to configuration, going to entities. You are now able to set an entity to a area. So before it was only devices that were able to be in areas, but now you can specify the area straight on the entities. So if, for example, you have a entity that doesn't have a device, or you have a device and that device holds multiple entities that could be in different rooms, you can now set that in the more info of the entity. So all you have to do is come here, click on the entity that you want to change. There's a new advanced drop down. Click the advanced, it'll give you this drop down for area. And now you can choose that this would be in my living room. I'll update that, and you'll see over here that the area is now listed as living room. All right, so another one that is in the same section, but we're going to go over to devices, is the ability to disable a device. So for example, you don't want to remove the integration, or the integration added, multiple different devices that maybe you didn't need all of them. You're now able to go into the device. So I'm going to go into my bedroom display, go into the cog in the top right, which is just the settings. Now there's this toggle that says enable device. And this you can turn off, and you can read the message that says disabled devices will not be shown, and entities belonging to this device will be disabled and not added to Home Assistant. So basically, if you disable this, the entities will no longer be added to Home Assistant that are associated with this device. So I can update that, and now this one is disabled. I can re-enable it really easily via this button. Now the last one is a little bit more advanced. It's only for advanced users, and you can go to the users configuration. So just going to configuration, clicking users, And now in this area, you're able to see the username of the user. So before you were only able to see the name and the group and if they're active or system generated, whatever. But now you're able to see the username, and that'll be able to help you when changing the password, when doing configuration of your users. All right, guys, that kind of wraps it up here. Again, I only went over the small parts of this release, smaller features of this release. If you want to check out more, be sure to check that link down in the description for the Home Assistant conference that's happening on December 13th. Be sure to attend that. But other than that, I posted a video about 3 days ago of a Lovelace dashboard design. It also goes over a nice mobile design, and you'll be able to see it in one of these corners here. Go ahead and check that out. Let me know what you think about that video and this one down in the comments below.